Welcome to the world of Aero Automobiles, a brand that has become an icon in the automotive history of Czechoslovakia. Join us as we explore the fascinating era when this unmistakable automotive legend was born in Prague, Vysočany. Aero was founded on February 25, 1919, as a Czech aircraft manufacturer. From 1929 to 1951, it ventured into automobile production, and today we will delve into that period. In 1929, Aero entered the automotive scene with the small Aero 500. With the economic crisis of 1929 reducing demand for aircraft, the Aero factory shifted its focus to producing affordable automobiles. Aero 500. The Aero 500, manufactured from 1929 to 1931 in Prague, Vysočany, was a popular personal vehicle offered as a convertible, sedan, or delivery van. Engineered by engineer Bratislav Novotný, who improved his previous model Enka, the Aero 500 achieved success with approximately 1,359 units produced. Measuring 3,200 millimeters in length, 1,190 millimeters in width, and 1,460 millimeters in height, it was one of the smallest cars, reaching a top speed of 70 kilometers per hour. Powered by a 500cc two-stroke engine generating 10 horsepower, was able to reach a top speed of 70 kilometers per hour. The Aero 500 gained popularity for its reliability, affordable price, and was fondly known as Sililink Ratata due to its distinctive starting sound. The Aero 500 consistently triumphed in long-distance races across Europe, including the Prague-Paris-Brest-Prague route. In the following years, enhanced versions such as the 662 and 1000 were produced. 1931 brought improvements with the introduction of the Aero 662 model. Aero 662. The Aero 662 was a small Czechoslovak car manufactured by the Aero factory from 1930 to 1934. It was introduced at the Autumn 23rd International Motor Show in Prague in October 1931 and became the second most successful model of the Aero factory after the Aero 30. In the years 1932 and 1933, it surpassed the production of automobiles in Czechoslovakia, outperforming renowned manufacturers such as Walter, Vikov, Československá zbrojovka, and even Škoda in 1933. The vehicle was developed following the success of the small Aero 500, thanks to the work of chief designer engineer Bratislav Novotný and his brother Hostivit. Originally designated as the Aero 16 HP, it later became the Aero 18 HP. In serial production since 1931, it initially featured a single-door variant. It had a spark-ignition inline two-cylinder engine with a displacement of 662 cubic centimeters and a power output of 18 horsepower at 3,000 revolutions per minute. The car had a frameless chassis with a unitary steel body. The front and rear suspension were sprung with longitudinal quarter-elliptical leaf springs. The gearbox with the transmission was located on the rear axle. The initial body and chassis resembled the Aero 500 type, but various improvements were implemented later on. The vehicle was equipped with a full metal unitary body, or the original design with a wooden frame and sheet metal panels. It was commonly sold as a two-seater open roadster with an emergency seat, but there were also four-seater variants like faux cabriolet, coupe, and closed limousine. It participated in the International Reliability Competition covering 10,000 kilometers across Europe in 1931. In 1932 and 1933, it outperformed the production of automobiles in Czechoslovakia, including a victory in the category of passenger cars up to 750 cubic centimeters at the national race Zbraslav-Jiloviště in 1931. It successfully participated in the 1,000 miles Czechoslovak competition in 1933, securing a win in the class up to 750 cubic centimeters. Total of 2,615 units were produced. Approximately 300 cars have survived to the present day, with some being exhibited in collections of historical vehicles or appearing at short-term exhibitions and vintage vehicle competitions. Aero 750 Sport Coupe. Based on the Aero 662 model, the racing car, Aero 750. Sport Coupe was created in a single exemplar, which was lost for 40 years and spent 11 years in restoration workshops before returning to the roads in 2015. Its current owner dedicated tremendous effort to ensure that the car closely resembled the condition in which Prague racer Otto Nimschaus started the race 1,000 miles of Czechoslovakia in 1934. The original color of the vehicle remains a mystery, as the exact shade is unknown. In the interior, the original gauges corresponding to the 1934 condition have been preserved, and ventilation flaps on the rear face have been restored after cleaning. An interesting feature is the distant middle light, which was originally on the car but was missing before the renovation. The Aero 750 Sport Coupe was created in the Strašnice body shop of Oldřich Uhlík on a racing chassis supplied directly from Aero. The story of this unique vehicle includes the time of its creation, loss, a chance discovery in Košice at the end of the 70s, and subsequent restoration. Thanks to the efforts of the current owner and collaboration with the restorer Tibor Šilhan, the vehicle was successfully returned to the form it had in the 1930s. The entire story revives the memory of the era of racing madness and automotive passion in interwar Czechoslovakia. Aero 1000, manufactured by the Czechoslovak company, Aero from 1933 to 1934, was an automobile with significant racing potential. With its spark ignition, liquid-cooled inline twin-cylinder engine with a displacement of 998 cubic centimeters and a power output of 26 horsepower, it achieved a maximum speed of 95 to 100 kilometers per hour. The development of the car was initiated by the Aero factory as an offensive move in the Czechoslovak market for passenger cars. Its engine was created by combining two engines from the previous Aero 500 model and was designed with a different structure than the engine in the Aero 662 model. Only 236 units were produced in 1933, and several of them have survived to the present day. The vehicle was known for its dynamic characteristics and was nicknamed the Aero Leader Roadpike. The car's chassis had a frameless design with a forged front axle and longitudinal quarter-elliptic leaf springs. The driving force was transmitted by a lightweight drive shaft to the rear axle, where a 3-speed gearbox was located. In 1934, sports versions of the car were also produced with the engine modified to deliver 30 horsepower. Aero 1000 made a significant impact in automotive competitions, especially in 1933 when it successfully participated in the 1,000 miles of Czechoslovakia race. Bohumil Turek drove this model in several notable long-distance rides, including the Rally Monte Carlo, where he finished in 9th place. Aero 1000 cars were also used in a women's expedition to North Africa in 1934. Overall, while Aero 1000 was less commercially successful, it earned its place in history due to its notable sports potential and successes on the racing tracks. Aero 30. The Aero 30 was a small passenger car manufactured by the Aero Company in Prague from 1934 to 1947. With a 2-cylinder, 2-stroke engine and front-wheel drive, a total of 7,164 cars were produced. The Aero 30 model featured a sports chassis with a steel frame, a swing front axle, and swinging semi-axles at the rear. Its 2-stroke, 2-cylinder engine had a displacement of 998.7 cubic centimeters, producing 28 to 30 horsepower, allowing it to reach a maximum speed of up to 100 kilometers per hour. The car was offered with various body styles, including open types like roadsters and convertibles, as well as closed limousines or vans. The vehicle participated in races, competitions, and promotional drives. Production ceased in 1947. Before the war, another model, the Aero 50, also known as the Aero 50 HP, was introduced. Aero 50. The Aero 50 was an automobile manufactured by the Czechoslovak company Aero from 1936 to 1941. Following the success of the Aero 30, the Aero 50 was designed for the middle and upper social classes. The 2-liter 4-cylinder engine delivered 48 horsepower at 3,500 revolutions per minute, achieving a maximum speed of up to 125 kilometers per hour. From 1937 to 1939, it participated in several races, including the Rally Monte Carlo, where it achieved many successes. Due to its high fuel consumption, the car featured a special system to cut off fuel supply when driving downhill. The Aero 50 was produced until 1941, with the last 100 cars manufactured in that year. Various body styles were created for the car, including aerodynamic variants known as Aero 50 Dynamic. The Sodomka company, which we will discuss sometime in the future, produced a single ambulance built on the chassis of the Aero 50 sedan in 1940 for the Aero Factory's health service. A total of 1,205 cars were produced, with several receiving special bodies from the Sodomka Wysokie Mito company. Aero 50 Dynamic. Aero 50 Dynamic, designed by Mr. Joseph Sodomka, still ranks among the most beautiful cars ever made in the Czech Republic. It is often referred to as the Czech American style due to its unusual appearance. During the Second World War, the factory had to adapt to the armament program of the German Reich, leading to the interruption of civilian vehicle production. Plans for the Aero Pony and Aero Record models remained confidential and were never put into serial production. After the war, the company was nationalized, and the production of Aero passenger cars came to an end. Instead, the Vysočany factory transitioned to the production of the light commercial vehicle Škoda 150. However, this wasn't the end for the Aero brand. Aero Miner. The Aero Miner was a 4-seater passenger car manufactured in Czechoslovakia from 1946 to 1951. It was developed at the Jawa factory in Prague as a continuation of the pre-war Jawa 600, also known as Miner I and Jawa 700. The vehicle was introduced to the public in 1945 and went into production in 1946. It featured a 2-door body and was powered by a front-mounted 2-stroke twin-cylinder engine. Production continued until 1951, with half of the manufactured cars exported to 23 countries, including the Netherlands, Belgium, France, Sweden, Austria, and Switzerland. A total of 14,178 cars were produced. The Aero Miner stood out with its spacious body, quiet operation, low fuel consumption, and high durability. In 1951, the Miner 3 was designed, but due to the preference for Škoda cars and vehicles of a similar concept, its fate was sealed. The discontinuation of Miner 2 production in 1951 was considered a loss for the Czechoslovak automotive industry. The vehicle's engine was a 2-stroke twin-cylinder with scavenging located in front of the front axle. It achieved speeds of up to 90 kilometers per hour. The chassis consisted of a backbone steel frame, and the body was a mixed construction of wood and metal. Various body variants were available, including a sedan, estate, and roadster. In the racing environment, versions such as the Aero Miner Spider and Aero Miner Sport were developed, achieving significantly higher performance and success in various automotive competitions. In my opinion, the Aero Miner Sport deserves a dedicated video, and you can look forward to it next month. This era marked the final automotive chapter in the history of the Aero brand. However, Aero continues to exist today, manufacturing aircraft such as the L-39NG and L-39 Albatros. From the small Aero 500 to mid-sized models like the Aero 50, the Aero brand has left its imprint on Czech automotive heritage. Although they are no longer on the roads, memories of these icons remain vivid. Thank you for joining us on a journey into the past with the legendary automobile brand. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and see you next time.